but I'll try to show us the basic tools, the drawing tools and the modifying tools, for the sake of the beginners. Sorry, forgive me, I didn't introduce what AutoCAD is all about and who are those using AutoCAD, who are supposed to be using, who are those professionals using it. I believe everyone knows. That's why we don't need to waste much time on that. And the only mistake some people are making is that they thought AutoCAD is only for engineering and architecture, which is not true. Almost 90% of professional courses are using AutoCAD. Electrical engineering, mechanical, and so on and so forth. Even SAC, Survey and Geoinformatics, all of them has what they use AutoCAD for. So let's just go directly to so if you are using 2010, these are your drawing tools over here. This side, this is line, construction line, polyline, polygon, rectangle, arc, cycle, and so on and so forth. These are the drawing tools, and these are the modifying tools. Like if you want to change something, or you want to correct something, you want to delete something, these are what you are going to use. This is the erase if you want to delete. This is the copy tool. This is the mirror, offset, array, move, rotate, scale, stretch, trim, extend, and the rest. So by the time you start our tutorial normal, you see how we are using all these tools one after the other. Because if we say we are to explain all of them one after the other now, it will take much of our time. But let me just quickly do that. This is line. If you pick the command, this is a line. This construction line. You can see it. If you want it to be straight, you just need to press F8. That's why I sent those AutoCAD shortcuts for you guys to go through it before we start this course. When you press F8 or come here and on it, it will become straight. This is your construction line. Normally some people use this for center line. This is polyline. I'll show you the use of polyline later. This polygon. You put the number of sides you want. Let's say I want 6 numbers. I'll press enter. Inscribe or circumscribe, anyone. So you draw it. This is it, and so on and so forth. All of them. These are the. Let's say I want to delete this line now. You just click on it and right click or press spacebar. Let's say I want to copy this. You click on copy command here. After clicking on it, you just highlight this. Make sure always if you want to highlight through your right. Don't highlight like this. Highlight like this. Make sure it shows you this green. When you highlight, then you right click, then you pick what you want to copy. Let's say I want to keep it here at an angle. You need to off your auto mode, or just press F8 so that the line will be flexible. F8. You can see now that you can place it anywhere. Alright, this array also I'll show you. Okay, this is mirror. Mirror means, you know what mirroring means? Like if I want to duplicate the same thing beside or under this, now if I want to duplicate exactly this thing, I don't want to draw it again. I don't want to stress myself to draw it the second time. I can just mirror it. If you pick the tool, highlight it, right click, then select any point. You can see I'll mirror it to this side. You can see that my line is not straight. If you want your line to be straight, you just press F8. You can see it. Okay, erase source objects. It's asking us now that should we erase the source. If it's no, you just leave the N. If it's yes, you put Y. I don't want you to erase it. n is already there. We just press enter. You can see it. So offset is just like how will I put it, if you want to get a certain distance, let's say from here to here, I want to get like 4 meters, that's 4,000 in millimeters. You press 4,000. You know AutoCAD is always in millimeters. That's what I'm supposed to show you first, but I forgot. I'll show you now. You click it, you can see this is where my 4 meters ends. I haven't set this page. That's what I'm supposed to show you guys first after that change of background, but I forgot, which I will do now. Okay, cancel. All right, let me just finish with this, then we'll set the page. So this is move. If you select your object and right click, you can move it to wherever you want to move it to. This is rotate, if you want to rotate something. This is scale, stretch, trim, if you want to reduce a line. That's when you use trim. Don't worry, when we start using all these tools, you get to know them more, because even to know these tools alone, for those that haven't know anything about it, is a course on its own. It's very, very long. You have to demonstrate a lot so as for you to understand better. But for now, we'll just leave it like that. Let's set our page now. If you are using 2010, you just need to come here and click on format and go to drawing limits. But if you are using a version higher than 2010, what you need to do is just to click on on your keyboard, just click on LIM, enter. That's what you just need to do, or any other app, just a version higher than 2010. That's what you need to do. Then here I'm using 2010. You come to this site, format, come to drawing limits, then press 0,0. You press enter. It says specify upper right corner. It's asking us now to choose our paper size. Let's say I choose 150 by 150. You press 150,000. You can choose anything you like, comma, depending on what you are doing, the kind of work you want to do. If you have a lot of drawing, you can select a large paper size so that all your drawing will contain the page. 150, 150,000, enter. You now press Z, enter. Z means zoom, then A, enter. You can see it now. You can see that my drawing is looking more better now. It's far better than how it was before. So let's continue with what we are doing here. This is rotate. You can rotate your drawing to whichever angle you want. You can see that it's asking us that we should specify angle. If you specify any angle now, you should rotate it to any angle you want. This is scale. Scale is used for like a large or reducing an object or a drawing. Maybe this thing is too small now. This is my drawing, it's too small. I want to make it big without increasing the dimension. We'll just scale it. When you highlight, you right click, it says specify base point. Just click on anywhere. By default it is on 1.0. the scale is on 1. Then maybe I want to increase it. You just change it to 2.0, or let's say 2.5, so that you see the effects. You can see it will increase. If you want to make it smaller, let's make this one smaller. Scale, select the object, right click, then select anywhere. It's on 2.5 now. Make sure you change it to 1 first, to default 1.0, before you do it again. If not, it will not work. It will work, but the size might not be accurate. Let's say 0.5, 0.5, enter. You can see that it has reduced. So that's just it. Then let me draw a line here. I want to demonstrate extending. Okay, before I do that, let me pick Okay, this is stretch. Don't worry, I'll show you what is stretch later. Extend, trim means if you want to reduce a line. Let me pick it. When you pick the command, make sure you click on your spacebar. Spacebar. You can see that this one is not trimming. It's only one that trimmed because it has a position. It has like just a breaking point here. It passed through this. Now this one is just going. You don't know where it ends. That's why the trim will not work. There has to be a line, like a reference line, like this. If you ask him to trim now, it will know that okay, it will stop here. It will stop here. Let me pick it again. Trim, spacebar. Then you can see now. Let me trim this one also. It will know that okay, you want it to stop here, but if you just draw a line like that there is no break at any point, trim will not work. You need to create, even if it is a must for you to trim that part, you need to create like a break, like just have a reference line, then trim it, then you delete it, the line, for example like this. That's all. Extend, when you want to let's say you have something like this and you want to extend this line to meet this one. We don't need this. We just want to extend this to meet this. So you just, after you extend it, you delete this one. Pick your extend tool, spacebar. You can see you just delete this. Pick your delete. That's all. So all this explode and the rest we are going to treat them later, because if we say we are going to continue like this, we will waste so much time on these tools alone you are seeing. So when we are doing practical when we are drawing floor plan, you see all these things where it's useful. So here we have match properties. That's another important thing you need to know. Match properties. For example, let me change this to, okay, don't worry, let me draw a line like this. Cancel. Then if you click on it, it will show you the properties. If it's not showing you, just click on your keyboard, quick properties, and on it. Or if you are using 2010, you can see that 2010 is very easy. You just come here and on it. If I press this place now, this thing will disappear. You can see. If I have on it again, so I want to change the color here. Let me give it a red color. Match properties means I want to match this property to this. I want to make it all the properties of this. I want to change it. I want to make this one to take the properties of this. So you just take match properties, select source object. Where is the source? This is the source. Select destination. That's all. You can see it has changed. It has changed. So another thing is the copy and paste command here. You can see that there's one copy here. What's the difference between this and this? This copy is used when you want to copy a drawing or anything within a page, and this one is used when you want to copy something outside the page, outside, like in another page. When you copy it, when you do it like this, copy it like this, you now right click and now minimize and go to another page. That's what it means. So in our next class now, we'll try to see how